Oh, that was strange. Okay. Well, it seems that we ran out of battery on the last transmission. This will be a little two video thing in the morning. Really, I'm just trying to bring us into what's happening for the day, the normal things. She went to poop. I had to poop. I had to wait to poop. One of the troubles of being outside. This wasn't the thing I wanted to share, but that was the thing that broke us into just talking about the unlimiting of expression and why would you share a thing like this. Pretty much just to be pretty much talking to you like you're me or myself, so that I don't ever treat you as less or other than, greater than, or less than, and that we are always here honorably, equally, respectfully, just being completely 100% transparent on the up and up with integrity and honesty with one another. I mean, it seems like too much to share at times, but it's quite helpful, and maybe it's unnecessary, maybe it's not unnecessary. But as the channel moves through me and I don't unlimit it, I allow it to say however it wishes to say, and then I say all the observations that come after that. Eventually, the expression fizzles out, it's done, it's the passing breath, just. But an amazing wisdom is then able to come about. Now, before, I was stopping myself from finding this out. I was expressing just little bits at a time, not the entirety of the cycle coming through me. And now that I've been able to say the entirety of the cycle, the seeming dissonant pattern and whatever other, insecurity thing that I thought wasn't myself that I wouldn't want to say because it would look like somebody else, obviously, allowing that to be seen through shows me the observational viewpoint of that expression and then the next expression that comes afterwards. And that's where I can see that, yes, I am there, whoever I believe myself to be, or however it is that I am actually. I am there for the whole occasion. I'm not there just for those strange little dissonant pattern that said fuck, shit, or talked about poop. In fact, I'm there for the entirety of the wisdom and its unfolding, and it's really centered balance. I don't really have a reason to be worried about myself. Of course, before I thought that I did, I was identifying with any energy that came through me. If I said the word fuck, I was a guy who did that, and I was labeled as whatever distinctions of that person would be. Whatever that ego identity was that I projected on the world around me, had some kind of judgment for it, and thus didn't wish to be a hypocrite and bond with that energy or ever be viewed as that energy, as it's an unsatisfactory energy, whatever it is. And now I can see that I am everything, and that they are very passing, so it's not like I have to identify with any one of those energies at any moment. I can say an energy and be an energy and authentically be playing the play of the moment for the whole of everything, and the moment that energy leaves me, it's literally gone from me in such a manner to where I may not even be able to descriptively remember it in that moment, as it's allowing me to change the tone in song, my form, and continue to rise in harmony with everything else around me. And if I can be versatile and allow myself to express formlessly, allowing my life to be sand modeled, even instantaneously, having this happen maybe 3 times in one occasion, or even a great amount of times in one occasion, allowing myself to continuously be formless without identity and just be the energies moving through me. Now, this is channeling the moment very amazing, very wisdomfully, very phenomenally, and this is what meditation eventually will bring us to do, to see the I Ching and action in life, the law of impermanence, constant, and also existing as it in a certain sense. Now, your form in a certain sense is a vortexual strand of energy, kind of like we spoke about in previous videos, to where it's being held for a while. Eventually it will change, but right now you might be a 60-year or an 80-year, 100-year, 120-year. You could let's shoot for 300 years, we do it forever if we want. You can transcend the karmas of life and death. This is obviously only glimpsed by me in giant manners at this time, to where I can focus on it pretty precisely to say yes, absolutely. Now, the chances of your form being relevant continuously for the succession of 300 years is, we'll find out, whatever. The possibilities are endless. But for me, it seems to be more likely that we would be here for a smaller increment in time, and that amount of time be a sufficient amount of time for us to do whatever it is that we wish to be doing. Shogam Trungpa Rinpoche has nothing that I have to relate to right now, but that did bring me up to Padmasambhava, Gyalur Rinpoche, And he was said to have transcended the karmas of life and death to where he can enter in and out anywhere that he wishes within the time stream. For me, I would see a person to maybe go through the amount of times their vortex can hold form with the other vortexes around. Maybe we'll just say 60 years from now, even though that's a short lifespan, I understand. And so 60 years, and then maybe they would blip out and then blip back in. You see, usually we do this without our physical body, and and then we come in a place where now there's more space for a form to take place with the karmas of everything in a new way. But it would be maybe possible for you to blip out, blip back in a way that was actually balanced with everything. So that's what you're really trying to do, is balance with everything. I mean, you just add an object. Now, every one of the atoms that were in that object spot have had to move away from that spot. And then every atom, aside from those atoms, around those atoms also. And so that's literally like the entirety of consciousness, And so you really have to know if that space is going to open up in the same shape and size as your field subtly and here physically, and any density of its energy perceivable, And so these are places that are only going to be reached and attained or witnessed in any way once we get to really high places of realization and unity, and ability to express an equanimity with the harmony of all beings, in unison with all beings. Then we'll be able to know more omniscient style, when it's okay, when it's not okay. And because this isn't our only self, that this is really our self, we care about that particularly, a lot. And maybe it'd be unnecessary eventually to care, but the care will build upon ourselves an ability to express an effortlessness and relaxation. And I'm coming to huge forms of this style relaxation right now, so I'm happy to share it with you, what happens, the process of the removal of doubt in a nice, modern, articulated way, kind of common, And today, even though I could get way more into those types of things, it's really beautiful. We're starting out our journey towards Maui, following the angel numbers. For myself personally, I don't want to go. But I also do want to go because it's warm there. You can be naked on the beach, and there's a lot of chance to meet with other beings and expand and grow. Perhaps at this point, I'm becoming much more open, seeing my studying and how the study may bring a new evolution to the consciousness that I see, and how it is that it interacts with me. So it's exciting. We're going to hitch to Flagstaff, take a train, go to a hotel, shower, channel, video. You'll meet us before then. And we'll set out, and we'll see what kind of signs lead us on the way and see if we've made the right choice. It's kind of crazy making decisions in the flow. You just look at everything and feel it's kind of like being pushed and pulled. You kind of are more agitated. You're real sturdy and centered, so it's hard to move you. You feel comfortable everywhere you are, so you don't really have to go anywhere. So when you are moved, it's kind of like an agitating thing. Like, all right, I guess so. Eventually, I'm sure, you can know exactly what you're doing is good. And sometimes I do have that to where I'm like 100%, then boom, uplifted. And then other times, like this big move, going from the mainland Turtle Island back to Maui. That's a huge one, Getting me to come here was huge as well. There was so many ridiculous signs, and I can't wait to bring you into that part of the journey. I want to do it now, but I don't know how much battery we have, and so I don't really want to stop us at a strange place personally. So I'm just going to let this flow right now. I just wanted to get this little tidbit in, the start of this part of the journey. Okay, what are we doing? Well, we're watching angel numbers. It's 47 minutes to Flagstaff, which is the angel number of congratulations, which we've learned only since knowing Ray, or that I've learned only since knowing Ray. And I don't know if she knew that beforehand either. It's her favorite number, 47. Mine was 27. Because mine was so significantly an amazing number for me and for apparently everything, I just trust when people have a favorite number that it's their heart telling them something very specifically. So, in a way, after I'd known her number to be 47, much after knowing her, I looked up the number, and it turned out, because it was everywhere, it was the number of congratulations. So in a way, she's like congratulations to me, What a beautiful, phenomenal symbol in the Book of Life. And then to see that from our current positioning, to get to Flagstaff is 47 minutes to get from here to there. and all the other promptings that had happened previous that we can bring you into the awareness of later. Just said to me, like, congratulations, like, you're doing the right thing. Good job. Keep going towards Flagstaff. So we're going to go Flagstaff, and there's not really a reason for me to be there so far. That could change when I get there. I could get there and stay there for the rest of my life. Who knows, But right now, we just have a direction we're aimed in. And all the things that happen between here and there, that's going to be the perfection of life unfolding. Surely it seems that our route and our vortex of energy is quite strong at this time, and that, yes, we will definitely be getting on the train when we get to Flagstaff at 8:30 or whatever time it is. And then we'll get to Sacramento, and we will definitely, yes, enjoy the hotel. That will be quite the great blessing. I never get to have showers. This will be like one of the most amazing thing in many years to me, to be able to have this kind of a experience with a shower. So that's cool. So yeah, surely we'll do that. I can't imagine we would want to sleep outside in a city when we can sleep in a hotel room we've already booked. It would make no sense to me personally. I always move towards compassion, to the things that are greatest joy and efficiency. That's easiest. Have all of our stuff in sight somewhere, shower, shave, maybe shave, I don't know. But shit, make love, make videos, charge, relax, eat food, channel energy. It's going to be fun, yeah. And then to get a COVID test, which I don't really want to do because I don't like ultimatums. That's the main thing. Maybe they'll put a microchip in my head. I don't know. I mean, that's what people are saying. It seems pretty ridiculous to me to think that that's possible. But, people do terrible things in the world, like biological warfare on their own people and stuff like that. This, to me, seems also impossible. Like, it must be from a movie. There's no way somebody would ever be doing this in the world now today. But there are people doing that kind of stuff, maybe right now even. So let's go ahead and bloom our lotuses and realize and liberate ourselves and release our judgments, so that these kinds of reflections no longer have to occur for our benefit. But great gratitude to everything and how it is. Thank goodness we're growing as well. Great gratitude to that. It's awesome that all of this is growth, that all of this is learning, that every bit of it is a great, wonderful blessing to have a wonderful gratitude for. Not even like a sad gratitude of like, yeah, thanks. Like a true gratitude, like a really like wow, like victory, like holy fuck, like wow, yes, like the greatest of gratitudes, for every situation, like the greatest of gratitudes, and authentically, like, because it's wow, you should see the other routes of movement possible that were impossible because we moved through the routes of least resistance, and yeah, what a great blessing, and how amazing are we, so strong, so amazing to go through these things for one another. Wow. Thank you guys. Wow, we're doing this. We got this. Each one of us. Together, separately, individually, never actually separately, individually, in a certain sense, as the individual not only reflects the whole, but is the embodiment of the whole. And so we can see how we're all doing health-wise by just looking at the mirror of consciousness, what's going on with everybody else, and be like, oh, okay, that's how I'm doing. See what I can do to help myself today. Very beautiful way to take responsibility for all and everything, all of ourselves entirely. Realization brings us through. So yeah, today we go with the angel numbers. Plenty of 747s, plenty of really amazing numbers constantly leading the way. Today it started out with the 22, which is the master builder number. And in the angel numbers, I go to Joanne Sacred Scribes. I just felt like that was the most channeled for my personal, individual, unique experience. And so that's why I watch that. I do see that for other people. Other channels may be the one. For me, that's the one that's most accurate and to the level of specificity and precision I'm looking for within the realms of my consciousness, as I be a being that is derived in efficiency and impeccability. And so, okay, here we go. Always striving towards skillful action, a bodhisattva, for the benefit of all beings everywhere, without one exception. Without one exception. So yeah, today we go off into the unknown, onto our voyage. I also wanted to kind of set into the tone that I didn't really want to go to Maui. In case we do go to Maui, and that tone changes, that way we can know that, hey, sometimes we just got to follow our heart no matter what our mind says. Plenty of times, my feet are telling me are telling me to go one way, and my mind is telling me what the fuck are you doing? You know, we don't have any water. We can't be going this way. This is we're walking to our death. What are you thinking? And my feet lead me to the right spot. Of course, I have heard of other people that's feet told them the same thing, and I would say that they were maybe not actually listening to their feet there. They were probably listening to some spirit or something. My feet are talking to me through my heart because the motions of my body and everything are so connected to everything that my hands and my feet and my body and everything entirely has a picture, style, language through feeling and many other things. A very full style way in which I understand messagery that comes through feeling. And so when my feet are walking somewhere, you know, it's because I've tuned in so much to everything to where everything has to move me, you know. And so I have a dialogue observing the movement of myself. And that is not always trusting the movement of my body, but my body's going to move its way anyway. And my dialogue's going to be whatever way it is, and also so perfectly. And so I just watched the entire play of it. Now, today, again, you know, here we go. Following the heart, following the feet, following the moment, all the different signs, angel numbers leading us. Seems kind of flimsy, but there's a lot of other experiences, like I said, that are leading us right now as well. And it just seems as though, it is the angel numbers that are giving us the most of the safety and security here. There wasn't a dream this time. There's no other big signs. Well, I did see Mama Maui, and I've been seeing Dakine on things, and well, it's going to be cold here, and I'm tired of not wearing shoes, and you can not wear shoes there. So, you know, this is good. I kind of getting doubtful of this transmission. I'm like, well, I don't know about the point of this, but we get to share an authentic part of the process, and that is something that is extremely beneficial. You know, people feel well connected with when they see that we are all learning and growing quite ordinarily, similarly to one another, and we're going off into the unknown constant, you know, and so this is a little bit of bringing into what every day is kind of like, you know, in a certain sense, this little route in motion right now, going to this unforeseen destination, you know, or to this previously seen destination even. So I am really like, oh, geez, what are the same reflections going to be this time? 4 years and 7 months. Am I really looking for the same reflections again? We'll see. Maybe it is that different perspective, different rounding growth. I've had huge growths on the mainland, huge coming into self. Maybe all of Maui will change in a big way. I mean, it's not like Maui wasn't the most amazing place in the world, because it is. It's my home. I love Maui, all my heart. Nobody's ever brought me that much expansion ever in my life. Most expansive place I've ever been. And you know what? I think still. Mount Shasta was expansive for a time, and Sedona as well. Ghost of Springs, other places. But Maui is constant expanse, you know. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. It looks as though that's what we're doing. And if we don't do that, then we'll dialogue, articulate that, share that, and the reasons as to why, and we'll be able to show another piece to the pie. All right. Love you guys. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. We're going to be getting going on our way. Oh, actually, before we go, here's Miss Rainy Foster Doe, Caroline, most beautiful woman, most divine. All of you, women and men, and everybody are equally beautiful in your own unique ways. I love you all very much. Here is the most amazing woman in my life. Being, androgynous consciousness, embodiment of perfection. I love her so much. Okay. Love you guys too. Oh yeah, just so you can see our lovely beachfront property. Just in case you didn't remember what it looked like, here it is. Under the bridge, Sedona. Now this may give up the spot, and so you guys all might want to come stay here now, making it no longer cool to be here. But I will say the reason it's cool is because nobody else is here. At all. Actually, there are some guys across the way. They're quite sweet. Gave me some nice, sweet white hash. I don't know. I don't think it's called white hash, but it's white or beige. It's really amazingly strong and powerful. Thank goodness I did not want to go back to Bloom and buy anything from them. Their dispensary is subpar at best. I mean, it looks nice. The guys definitely know how to design and remodel and make a space look modern. But why, Arizona? Don't you have high THC? I mean, 23%? What is that? Now, aside from that, though, I mean, everybody seems to be quite polite and nice, and their taxes are ridiculous, but that's okay, not a big deal. And I love you guys very much, and I love Sedona. I love the whole world. I love the agitation that brings me movement, so I don't just stay in one place and not move, all in stagnation, dying. All right. Good morning. Grand Rising, as they would say in the weird, purist, spiritual community. But I like good morning. I think it's fine. I'm a specific person. I know the difference between morning and morning. Now, you may not have been able to tell the difference in my tone morning and morning, but there's a difference. And if you can't tell that level of specificity in your own personal intelligence, then I can see why you believe consciousness is as blocky as this. But it turns out consciousness works at the most utter of fluidities. It is creating everything. It exists as everything simultaneously. It is quite aware of itself, and it knows exactly what it is I focus upon and where I send my energy. It knows that when I am happy, I am happy. That when I'm sad, I am sad. It knows when I say I love you, that it means I love you. And that when I hate you, it means I hate you. It knows when I call you dad that you're my father, or that I call you mom, you're my mom. It knows what I'm saying to the greatest amounts of specificity, probably even greater than which I know. It sees all the subtle dialogue and everything, and knows the entire scriptural texture to my journey to the smallest degree of measurement. So good morning, and I hope you have a very beautiful day. Love you so much. Thank you for everything. Aloha. Mahalo, Maui. We may see you soon. Sacramento, we definitely seem to be will seeing you soon. And Flagstaff, 100%. We're seeing you in just a moment. Love you guys soon. Aloha.